We're following breaking news on the south side this morning with reports of multiple explosions near 19th and Cleveland and a subsequent fire that's broken out and is still burning.
This is a picture coming to us from Chopper 4. It's live. We want to keep you up to date on the situation at hand. Firefighters still on the scene looks as if they're in the final phases of dousing this fire. There were several reports of an explosion. Let's go to our Jonah Kaplan first as he updates us from the scene. Jonah, good morning.
Susan, good morning. It was about an hour ago that I actually heard one of those explosions. We're here at 16th and Cleveland, about 3 blocks east of this industrial park, which is behind me. And when we arrived here this morning, this entire area was filled with all kinds of bystanders, and it was a busy Monday morning. People were getting ready for school, walking the dog. Of course, this 16th Street is a major thoroughfare north-south here on the south side of Milwaukee. Police very quickly moved everyone back and away. The threats of explosions and the threats of inhaling some poisonous gases. We have an update now. I spoke with a police officer just a short time ago. The real threat was about propane gas emissions. They said they're not toxic. They won't cause any eye irritation, but just to make sure, they want again to push people back in case there was anything else burning in there. It's been a remarkable hour and a half, though, because when we first arrived, there was a very large, towering pillar of smoke, black smoke staining the blue sky in the Monday morning commute here. Now, as you can see, it's much clearer. The haze is gone, but the firefighters still up on top, fighting the fire from above, using their hoses pointing down at this industrial park. We have not spoken to any firefighters or any officials with the fire department, but I can tell you from police that the area, Cleveland, from 16th through 27th Street remains closed at this hour. So we're live here on Milwaukee's south side. Jonah Kaplan, today's TMJ4.
All right, Jonah, thanks very much.
And our Bridget Shanahan joins us live from our newsroom now with new information that she has learned about the company that may have, where this explosion may have occurred. Bridget?
Well, that's right, Vincent, Susan. It's called Acme Galvanizing, and a man that TMJ4 spoke with was actually working at the time of this explosion. He says there were about 30 people working when a propane tank there exploded. Acme's website describes it as an industrial plant that works with zinc and steel. There are reportedly about 24 or 25 of these propane tanks. They're about 2.5 feet long, according to this employee, that are located right outside of the building. He says they were being filled at the time and could have been set off by a forklift that was operating nearby.
Propane fire, and then just propane tanks all went up, acetylene, oxygen, stuff like that. I just got out of there, start seeing fire. Propane is very flammable, so I just ran out of the building, and that was it, man.
That employee does say he believes that everybody who was working, including the employees who were filling those tanks, made it out safely. He doesn't believe that anybody was left behind as far as he can tell. Live in the newsroom this morning, Bridget Shanahan, today's TMJ4. Vincent, Susan?
All right, Bridget, thanks very much. And this is video from earlier as we transition to the chopper shot, which is live right now. And you can see how much firefighters have been able to get a handle on the situation in the last hour and a half or so since reports of the explosion first were heard.
Looks like we've got a little bit of orange right in the middle of the screen as some things are still on fire, but certainly, as Susan indicated, much better than it was a little more than an hour ago. No reports so far of any injuries, none from firefighters, none from police, and none from the worker whom you saw Bridget talk about there in that interview. But again, no official word either from any of those entities as far as what exactly happened. So we are working to contact them, but obviously giving them room to do what they need to do first, which is get this situation secure.
We are staying on top of this breaking news story, so as soon as we get more information, we will share it with you. For now, we're going to take a break and send it back to the Morning Blend right after this.